Harris Whittles did there was like, it was it wasn't really you had a birthday.
Yeah.
And you had people that you like perform at your birthday, and you showed some stuff that you're proud of, like old shit.
Yep.
And you had.
It was kind of like the beginning of Harmontown because you went up and you.
Did I go up even? I don't think I went
did.
up.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Well, you commented that Sarah Silverman was there back. Like it was Kamal, Harris, Sarah, and you. You closed it.
Was I a dick to Sarah?
No.
But we hung out backstage, right? We were fine.
Yeah.
But
you just said, "Oh, I didn't know Sarah was gonna. I didn't know I would be following Sarah Silverman here." You know, like
okay.
it was like that. You know, I don't know.
Well, anyways, Harris did Harris's set was really funny because he went up and said like, "Well, I'm not gonna roast Rob because Rob's very sensitive. You know, joke writers go to a negative place. So like roast jokes are the funniest jokes. So, but Rob's a very sensitive person. So I'm gonna try to roast Rob, but in a positive way." And then he did a whole set of like just jokes about Rob is such a good person and blah blah blah. And I was like, it was really funny because it was actually even. To me, even more abusive because he was calling you a pussy in a gigantic general sense and making a big show of kid gloving you, which is actually a great way to hurt someone very deeply.
Yeah. He didn't say anything untrue.
Does anybody own the tape of the roast for your birthday, Dan, that we did?
I don't know.
At that Armenian restaurant in the Valley?
I don't know.
Because in my memory of that was that it was the funniest thing that's ever happened, but I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not. Comedy doesn't age well, but what was funny about it, which is the thing that we do remember, is that I turned 30, we had a roast, and we specifically were like, well, what if no one shows up? We're like, well, why do we want anyone to show up? All we want to do is have a dais, like we don't care. So it was like 3 like plus ones, like wives, husbands, girlfriends, like who were like had to sit there next to a salad bar in the back of this Armenian restaurant and watch 10 guys like just piss themselves laughing while they for no reason at all into a microphone because there was no one to address except each other, just and facing an empty room, like just did roast jokes about Dan. It was a roast of Dan Harmon, but as is the tradition, it was everyone just like did one Dan Harmon joke and then
hammers on everybody in the room,
ripped everybody else. Yeah, it's really fun.
I mean, does that tape exist? Do we know if anybody has that?
I don't know. I mean, I have to imagine that if it exists, it's filled with homophobia and racism and things that don't age well. Because not only is it a roast, but it's a roast from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it wasn't made for television, so I'm sure if we found it for our own purposes. Sorry,
I'm not saying we release this to the general public. I'm saying, do we have the courage
that was a symptom of my disease that you're like, I wonder if that tape exists, and I'm immediately leaping to, the world would hate it. I'm like, well, that's not about the world, it's about our friendship.
We could watch it and then burn it in a trash can afterwards.
Yeah, or just keep it and wait till it's funny again in 50 years. when people are so equal and free that everyone's like, that is hysteria. So that's what you called a gay joke. So the joke was just that everyone was gay, and then it turned out to be true. I get it.
You're joking about Chris Tallman. He's like, yeah, Chris Tallman. Dan had a joke. Chris Tallman's bad with the ladies. Chris, we have all of our friends, we have a betting pool going on. What's going to last longer, your virginity or Saturn?
Yeah.